After realizing that his conviction is powerful, Bid joins the battle and helps Arrow, and they decide to defeat Rudolph. Rudolph got beaten, but Arrow started another fight with Kai. Arrow's team notice that Arrow has lost control of himself, and they have to stop him. During the battle, Shu surprises everyone by appearing after his disappearance. He went near Arrow and took a bind warper that causes Arrow to vanish. Shu offers his hand to Arrow, who thinks Shu might disappear by touching him. Shu shakes his hand with Arrow, but he didn't vanish this time. Arrow is glad that he is back to normal, and Shu comments that this guy is the old Arrow again. Shu reveals that he rewrote Arrow's data and erased the Destroyer. Arrow is glad that the World Destroyer that possesses his body got erased. Shu told Arrow that he could remain unmanifest again. But Arrow became tinny human after unmanifest. Kai notices that something is wrong and points his blade at Shu, asking who this is. Kai told the guy in front of him that he might be Shu, but he has to explain. The guy insists that he is Shu Bai. Kai refuses to believe that the guy in front of him is Shu. Bid interfered and told Kai to relax since that guy is Shu. Bid reminds Shu about the promise they made before he vanishes. Shu compliments Bid that he has managed to wield that bind warper. Shu reveals that the real him is sleeping inside the Graneger, and this is his Brihite. The Brihite disappears. Inside the Graneger, Princess Fine and Atli waited for Shu to wake up from his coffin bed. While they are busy talking, Shu wakes up, and the two welcomed him. Shu asks Princess Fine if she is aware of his secret. Princess Fine replies that Shu takes a considerable risk and his gamble paid off. Shu apologizes for taking a decision alone and acts without telling the rest of the team. Atli comments that she thought that Shu has gone to heaven. Shu replies that he will never make such a dumb mistake. Then, Shu recalls the time Bid receives the bind warper that brought him back to life. That time Bid receives the Brihite from Shu, who reveals that Bid is buying him time fighting with Rudolph while he erases the World Destroyer. Bid asks Shu what he is saying. Shu reveals that when Bid is fighting with the villains, the time will be enough for him to get the job done and return. Shu created the Brihite that resembles him and sent it to the battle with Bid. He comments that his conviction is, "I think, therefore I am." Shu also said that his Brihite wouldn't let him become a giant weapon. Bid realizes that Shu's Brihite is like Muga's clones. Shu replies that by using the power within the Brihite to help Arrow save the world. He also said that Arrow turns people into conviction to become God's nourishment. Shu also comments that it means the Destroyer turns life into something and sends it off to God. But Princess Fine's power doesn't work. Shu explained how he let Arrow erase his Brihite. In the present day, the warriors who fought against Rudolph enjoy the food cooked by an automatic cooking stove. The higher-ups praise the Graneger that it can even cook excellent food. Kai comments that they are having a feast before an important meeting. Shu remarks that people in Rekka and Edger tend to get irritated when hungry. Bid enjoys eating meat and different foods with the rest of the team. Ren is guarding Arrow thinking that Arrow might run away. Prax comments that Arrow will stay with them, and Ren replies that she won't get fooled. Later, Kai and Arrow had a combat training battle, and Arrow breaks Kai's sword using his bare hand. Finally, Arrow won the war and commented that he would protect this world.